Barron Trump, the youngest son of former President Donald Trump, is attending a large public event. It could be a special ceremony, speech, or gathering where many people have gathered. Barron, now older, seems more composed and confident in the setting. Among the sea of attendees, Barron's eyes scan the crowd. To his surprise, he notices a familiar face, his former teacher. This person, who was likely a mentor or someone who had a significant influence on his early education, stands out to Barron. As soon as Barron sees the teacher, he pauses. His expression shifts from casual attention to one of recognition. A brief flash of surprise and warmth crosses his face, signaling the instant connection he feels. It's clear that this teacher left a lasting impression on him. The teacher, perhaps not expecting Barron to notice them in such a large crowd, seems taken aback at first. There's a soft look of surprise, quickly followed by a smile of appreciation. The teacher, no longer just a figure from Barron's past, shares in the sentiment of the recognition. Barron, his face showing a mix of nostalgia and affection, begins to walk toward the teacher. His body language speaks volumes, a quiet, tender acknowledgement of the bond they shared. It's clear that the relationship with this teacher was meaningful to him, and the moment has struck a deep emotional chord. The teacher, noticing Barron's warmth and the sincerity in his recognition, might feel a rush of pride and joy. It's not every day that a former student publicly recognizes them with such appreciation. This heartfelt gesture speaks to the special impact teachers can have on their students. As Barron and his teacher share this emotional moment, the surrounding crowd begins to notice. There's a hush or a murmur of admiration, as many witnesses see a rare and genuine connection between student and teacher. The entire moment feels personal yet universally moving to those watching. As Barron walks closer to his teacher, the distance between them grows shorter, heightening the anticipation of what might happen next. The atmosphere is filled with emotion, and all eyes are on the two of them as they move towards one another. Barron's pace slows, showing the weight of this meaningful encounter. Upon reaching the teacher, Barron steps forward and embraces them in a gesture that is both spontaneous and deeply affectionate. It's not just a quick hug, but a warm, lingering moment of connection that conveys gratitude and respect. The teacher, overwhelmed with emotion, reciprocates the hug, reflecting the strength of their bond. After the hug, Barron and the teacher take a moment to exchange a few words. It's unclear exactly what they say, but their expressions tell the story. Barron likely thanks the teacher, or they reminisce about the time they spent together. The conversation, though brief, holds deep meaning for both of them. The teacher, fighting back tears, might express how proud they are of Barron's growth. This is a moment of full-circle emotion, seeing the young boy they once taught, now older and standing in front of them with gratitude. The teacher could speak about how fulfilling it is to see Barron succeed, and how much their relationship meant over the years. As this tender exchange unfolds, the crowd becomes visibly moved. People watch in silence, perhaps even wiping away a tear. This public display of admiration and affection between student and teacher touches something deeper in the onlookers, evoking a sense of empathy and nostalgia for their own meaningful connections. After the exchange, Barron looks out over the crowd, perhaps lost in thought for a moment. This brief pause allows him to reflect on his own journey and the role this teacher played in shaping him. It's clear that this moment has made an impact on Barron as well, offering him a rare chance to publicly acknowledge and express his gratitude. As Barron turns back toward the event or continues on with his duties, the teacher watches him, filled with pride. They know that this simple moment of recognition is a reward in itself. The joy of having influenced Barron's life is more than enough for them to cherish forever. The teacher's heart swells with warmth, knowing that their dedication was truly valued. As the emotional moment begins to wind down, Barron takes a step back from the teacher, his gaze lingering for a moment longer. He gives a small nod or wave in a silent acknowledgement of their shared history and the bond they've maintained. It's a simple gesture, but it speaks volumes, his way of showing that this connection will always be important to him. The teacher watches Barron as he steps away, their eyes filled with emotion. It's clear they feel a deep sense of fulfillment, knowing that Barron will carry the lessons they taught with him throughout his life. The teacher's pride swells, not from recognition or fame, but from seeing the positive impact they had on Barron's growth and success. As Barron continues his walk through the event or returns to the stage, the crowd begins to applaud. While the applause could be for Barron himself, it's also for the beautiful moment of human connection they just witnessed. The crowd's appreciation adds to the sense of emotional significance, making this encounter even more special. With the teacher now behind him, Barron moves forward, continuing his duties at the event. However, there's a visible change in his demeanor. He carries himself with more confidence, and his smile is more genuine, reflecting the peace and contentment the encounter brought him. This brief moment of recognition has empowered him, and it shows in his renewed sense of purpose. The teacher stands in the background, watching Barron as he takes the next steps in his life. Though their paths may diverge, the teacher holds on to the memory of this moment, forever cherishing the realization that they played a part in shaping Barron's journey. Their heart feels full, knowing the impact of their efforts was recognized and valued. As the event continues, there is a quiet understanding shared between Barron and his teacher. Though words may not have been spoken, the connection between them is clear, a promise to always remember the role each played in the other's life. The bond between them, formed in the past, continues to thrive in this moment of mutual respect and love. After the emotional exchange, both Barron and the teacher take a brief pause to reflect on the journey they've shared. Barron, as he continues through the event, might find a quiet moment to himself, perhaps gazing into the distance, thinking about the significance of the teacher's influence. Similarly, the teacher stands in a quiet corner, reflecting on the impact they had not just on Barron, but on all their students over the years. As the event continues, those who witness the exchange are visibly moved. It becomes a topic of conversation among the attendees. People begin to discuss the power of mentorship, the importance of teachers in shaping future leaders, and the emotional bond between students and their educators. The crowd's sentiment deepens, and this moment starts to resonate in ways beyond the event itself. As Barron continues his journey through the event, his posture and demeanor reveal a new awareness of his own growth. The encounter with his teacher has left him feeling deeply grounded, like a reminder of his roots and the people who helped shape him. His mind seems more attuned to the importance of gratitude, and he might express that in small ways throughout the rest of the day. The teacher, even after Barron has moved on, continues to be a source of inspiration. Other individuals, witnessing the moment or hearing about it afterward, might feel inspired to rekindle their relationships with former mentors. The ripple effect of this exchange spreads further, reminding people of the invaluable role teachers play in shaping lives. As the event comes to a close and the crowds begin to disperse, there is a mutual, silent promise made between Barron and his teacher. This won't be the last time they see each other. Whether through letters, occasional meetings, or simple gestures of appreciation, both acknowledge that the connection between them has endured time and distance. As the event nears its end and Barron prepares to leave, he turns back one last time to look at his teacher. Their eyes meet across the room, and for a moment, it feels like time stands still. A soft, understanding smile is exchanged, filled with the quiet recognition of a bond that has withstood years and circumstances. This glance seals their connection, a final, wordless affirmation that their paths are intertwined forever. Before leaving the event, Barron might take a moment to publicly acknowledge the teacher once more, perhaps offering a nod or a brief, sincere expression of thanks. This final gesture serves as a clear signal to everyone that this recognition of the teacher's influence is both genuine and deeply heartfelt. It also marks the end of this emotional chapter, with Barron leaving the event feeling more whole and grounded. As Barron walks away, the teacher watches him with a sense of peace and contentment. Their heart is full, knowing that their efforts have left a lasting imprint on Barron's life. The teacher reflects on their own journey, proud of the positive impact they've had on all their students. They may even think to themselves that this, perhaps, is the true reward of their career, moment of genuine, heartfelt recognition. In the days that follow, the story of Barron Trump's emotional recognition of his teacher spreads. News outlets, social media, and even everyday conversations buzz with admiration for this beautiful, human moment. People are reminded of the immense value of educators and the power of gratitude, love, and personal connection. Barron's public gesture of appreciation continues to inspire others to acknowledge the important mentors in their own lives. Years down the line, Barron and his teacher may reunite again, either in a personal or public setting. By then, Barron would have grown further, both as a person and in his understanding of the lessons his teacher imparted. The reunion would serve as a powerful reminder of how small, significant moments like these shape the course of our lives, leaving an indelible mark on both student and teacher alike.